Leo, welcome to your monthly horoscope for August 2023. My name is Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and in this video, I will be going over all of the energy you will be moving through for the month of August. If you align with my energy and you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the post notification bell so that you can get notified every time I upload a new horoscope and new video. Leo, coming into the month, right? August 1st, we have that full moon in Aquarius, and that is happening in your seventh house of relationships and partnerships and close personal connections. And so this may actually activate something, an experience, situation, or energy around you and your close personal connections, your relationships. Now, the interesting thing about this full moon in Aquarius, which if you haven't, check out my full moon in Aquarius video. I also get into all 12 rising signs, so you'll be able to kind of understand the energy a little bit deeper. But with this energy, I want you to think back to January 21st, 2023, when we had the new moon in Aquarius. Anything you were really trying to get going around that time period, you may see that now you're finally seeing the fruits of your labor. You're seeing those manifestations come to fruition. You're starting to see that whatever you were really trying to get going, and this can be physically, this can be emotionally, this can be psychologically, this can just be a thought where at the beginning of the year you thought, you know what, by the end of the year, I would really like to move in this direction. Not necessarily that you are really implementing it in January, but the thought of implementing it, you may find that now that direction is moving. You're moving in that direction. And so now you may become aware of that. And this is a reflection period. And so this can really be around anything, but this can also activate something around your relationships and personal connections. Now, for happy birthday, which I should have said at the beginning of this video. Happy birthday, Leo. I'm also a Leo, so I can align with your energy, but you have the Sun and Venus in your first house and also Venus retrograde. This is quite significant because this Venus retrograde is working with you personally. This is where you can becoming aware and conscious of those unconscious parts of yourself, of those unconscious or subconscious beliefs and programs that you have developed in this lifetime, whether it is from childhood or past experiences, when it has to do with love and relationships and your self-love and your self-worth, or even your money, any programs you have around money. This is where you can really become aware of those programs. And then moving forward, when Venus stations direct, there will be more clarity on how to really heal and move through that energy. And so I highly do recommend and suggest journaling throughout the month of August, because we will be moving through quite some interesting energy, which we will get into. But I always suggest journaling because, especially I journal with the moons, I journal daily. I have an affirmation journal, but you'd be surprised just documenting things in your moon journal, how many premonitions you have or feelings or intuitive downloads you get that really show up in the future. And when you journal, you can reflect back and really start to notice that. And that also really helps with developing a strong intuition and trusting your intuition. And so another energy I really want to get into is that August 10th, Mercury is going to form a trine to Jupiter, and you currently have Mercury in your second house of money, finances, material possessions, and also your values. This is where you may hear something around your money, your finances, but this is really working with your money house and your 10th house of career and public reputation, legacy you leave behind after your working years, and also authority figures. So those themes and topics are all prevalent with this energy. So around August 10th, you may hear something, some information may be coming in, or even a shift in mindset around your money and finances, or around a direction that you want to take in your career. This can also present itself as a job opportunity that just kind of comes in easily because it is a trine. This is something that is a very easy flowing energy that's just really coming in, presenting itself to you, whether it is a raise, which definitely can be a raise because it's in your second and 10th house. I mean, these are great houses to be experiencing this energy. So yeah, you could hear of a raise, you could hear of a job opportunity, anything along those lines. On August 9th, Venus retrograde is going to form a square to Uranus in your 10th house of career and public reputation. Now, Venus squared Uranus back in June, and August 22nd, Venus retrograde is also going to square Jupiter in your 10th house. So there is a lot of energy around the direction that you want to take, really with what is in alignment with you and your work, your career. And so I want you to think back, because Venus squared Uranus and Jupiter back in June. Venus was direct at this time. Now Venus is retrograde. So there's something you're going back to that showed up back in June. So think back to June. What showed up for you around your work, career, or really anything that you were trying to implement? And this can also have to do with just a direction that you were wanting to take. This can also show up as kind of having that understanding of maybe a job that is no longer in alignment with you, maybe a relationship that is no longer in alignment with you, an experience or a situation that is no longer in alignment with you. And you may have had that realization back in June, or something may have presented itself back in June. And now you're having the realization of, okay, yes, this is not in alignment with me. I need to rethink this and redirect this energy and think of something new, think of a new direction, figure out what I want to do. And then when Venus squares Uranus and Jupiter for a third time, it's going to come back. And so I will talk about that in next month's horoscope. However, this is an ongoing story. So just be mindful that at this period is when you are really reflecting, reconsidering, reevaluating the situation, the experience, the direction that you want to take with this experience and however it's showing up for you. Now, August 12th and 13th, the Sun is going to form a conjunction to Venus retrograde in your first house. This is still kind of forming that square to Uranus. So, but when the Sun comes in, the Sun can really bring light and insight and new energy to the experience. So around August 12th and 13th, be mindful, pay attention to your intuitive downloads, pay attention to what is showing up for you at this time, because this can be really big and great guidance for you and support to help you through this Venus Uranus story, and even Venus retrograde story in general. So you definitely want to be mindful, be aware around this time what's coming in. Again, I do suggest journaling because Uranus too is such a big energy the month of August. This is really a time period through the entire month where we can be getting a lot of intuitive downloads, and they're going to be quick, they're going to be sudden, there can be and it's like they come and then they go. And so I know for me, like when I'm driving, sometimes that's when I can get a lot of intuitive downloads. So I used to use my voice recorder or voice notes on my phone, because whenever I would get intuitive download, I'm like, okay, when I get home, I'm going to journal it or I'm going to write it down. I could not remember. And so that's very much this energy of just these really kind of spontaneous downloads and insights coming in, but then they're gone. And so you really want to make sure anything you're receiving, you're just mindful and aware of what's coming in, because that can be beautiful support for the future. Now I want to bring your attention to August 15th. Oh, we did talk about Yes. Oh, August 15th, when we have Venus form a trine to Chiron. And so this is really beautiful supportive energy for healing. And so if you are moving through anything right now where you are becoming conscious of those unconscious parts of yourself, you are becoming aware of maybe programs and beliefs that have really kind of moved with you, moved through life where you've been operating from that energy and frequency, and now you're becoming aware of it, whether it's beliefs around love or relationships or any of that energy we kind of talked about before. This is where we have really beautiful supportive energy coming in to really help heal on a soul level. And this is going to be an ongoing Venus and Chiron journey. Venus is going to trine Chiron from Sagittarius, I believe, January 2024. So there's even more of this kind of healing energy coming in. And there's like this Venus Chiron story playing out, which is truly beautiful. But the fact that we have it while Venus is retrograde and in Leo, we can really tap into our heart space and bring in those higher frequencies and vibrations for healing. Now, August 17th, we will have Mars form a trine to Uranus, and you have Mars in your second house with Mercury. Now, sorry, I'm just looking at your chart. Mercury's not going to actually form a conjunction to Mars because Mercury stations retrograde August 23rd. However, this is where if there's anything kind of showing up for you with your money, your finances, material possessions, and again, your values, this can have to do with your values, rethinking your values, and really like healing and shifting your mindset around what you want. What you need in relationships, how you want to connect to other people, things like that. Even again, your relationship to money, how you feel about money, maybe programs and beliefs that you had around money that were preventing you, because we can have these lower frequency programs around money. Like there's that saying, money is the root to all evil, root of all evil, however that saying goes. That is a lower frequency program. If we feel like money is evil, we will block ourselves and prevent ourselves from manifesting money into our life. This can very much be that energy where you are becoming aware of those types of programs around money and realizing, okay, this is something that I really have to change and reprogram so that I can have abundance in my life. And it can also even completely reprogram your mind around abundance. Like that literally just came to me intuitively. So again, I'm trusting, I'm sending it out. But maybe what you once thought was abundance is being completely reprogrammed. And as I'm saying this, I'm literally getting these visions and seeing and feeling that intuitively. You know how there's some people and they're like, okay, when I get this car, I'm going to be happy. When I get this job, I'm going to be happy. When I get this house or this relationship, I'm going to be happy. That right there is what can be reprogrammed, is realizing that no matter what you have outside of yourself externally, if you are not internally happy with yourself, you will constantly be seeking those external material things to make you happy, and it will never be enough because you truly need to heal inside and reprogram those beliefs and programs. And so this can be, again, some of this energy that you're moving through. Now, this can also be a time where you may be hearing, like I think we collectively worldwide, we will be seeing a lot of craziness on the news, really unexpected information coming out, but there can be communication or information coming in that's really like sudden, unexpected, possibly a little chaotic, having you wanting to take action. And this is where you really have to be mindful and aware of how you're feeling and taking action, because when Mercury stations retrograde August 23rd, this is a period of time of reflecting, reevaluating, and redoing certain things. So we don't want to really get anything started, especially with this Mars, and the Mars energy can have us really wanting to get something started. So we just want to be mindful of, what's coming in and how we're feeling and making sure we're listening to our intuition. And one more thing that I really want to know is while we have Mars and Virgo can be an energy of really paying attention to the details, really paying attention to the outcome, getting stuck on an outcome. And this with even Uranus trying to, or Mars trying to Uranus, this can be where the universe is saying, I know you wanted to do it this way, or I know you wanted this specific outcome, but it's not going to happen that way. It's not that it's not going to happen, but you need to almost kind of not hold on to the specific details, because Virgo can be very specific, very detailed. And so we just want to make sure we're not holding on to a specific outcome and trusting divine timing, trusting the universe and what is coming in. And then last but not least, on August 27th, we have the Sun forming an opposition to Saturn. And this is where there can be a stop, a hold to something. There can be an energy block coming in. And this is in your second house and eighth house, and so these are your money houses. So if there's something that you're really trying to implement with your finances or partner's finances, or a loan, money coming in from outside resources, there may be a hold, a stop. And this is again where the universe is saying, hold on, you possibly need to rethink, because again, this is in Virgo and Mercury is going to be retrograde at this time. So there may be you have to make sure you're reading the fine lines. There may be details that you are kind of missing. And so this is just a time where there can be a hold or a stop, not necessarily a no, but just reconsider, reevaluate the situation. And this can have to do with your financial commitments, your financial responsibilities. And so, again, just some energy that you really want to be mindful of and aware of. So, Leo, I really hope that you find this monthly horoscope beneficial. I hope it really helps you move through the energy. I would love for you to comment below. Let me know what you think. This is actually my very first monthly horoscope. So, let me know in the comments what you thought. I really want to start posting monthly horoscopes every single month for you guys, because I want to help guide you through these energies as much as I can. And so if you align with my energy and you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, hit the post notification bell so that you can get notified every time I upload any monthly horoscope or video, and I will connect with you in the next one.